Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about procrastination. I feel like I don't need to define procrastination to anyone, and I don't need to explain why it might not necessarily be the best thing when you're trying to complete goals and stuff like writing books or getting your degree or whatever you're doing. In this video I'm going to give you some tips on how you can beat procrastination. A little disclaimer, it's not easy, especially for chronic procrastinators. It's going to take some work, unfortunately, but it is possible with some effort. So, when you find yourself procrastinating, the first thing you have to do is to identify why you're procrastinating. Are you dreading the task? Are you dreading the task? Would you just rather be doing something else? Or are you just being lazy? Identifying the cause of your procrastination will help you identify the solution. If you're dreading the task, if you're dreading writing that essay or making that phone call, whatever the task is, and you have this very horrible feeling because you know it's like nagging you because you know you have to do it and you really just don't want to. To this day, I still hate making phone calls. Usually when I have to make a phone call, I have to do it. And so things like that, they always just sat at the front of my mind and wouldn't go away, and I'd feel like this horrible, dreadful feeling, and I'd stress out about it. So I often found that when I dreaded a task that I was procrastinating, it was the easiest type of procrastination to beat, because my motivation to complete the task was to get rid of that horrible, naggy, stressful feeling. So, if you're dreading a task and you know what feeling I'm talking about, use that as a motivator to beat your procrastination. Because once you're done it, you won't feel so stressed out. If you're procrastinating because you'd rather be doing something else, and I don't blame you. When I was in university and I had essays to write, there was 100 other things I wanted to be doing. But you have to write that essay. There's things you just have to do. Like, I often had this issue where I just didn't want to be writing about poetry. I wanted to be writing my book, but I had to do this essay because it was due in 2 weeks. So what I would do is I would work on my essay, and as a reward, then I would get to work on my book. So use the thing you want to do as a reward for doing the thing you don't really want to do. Another thing I found also works for this is trying to make the activity you don't really want to do more enjoyable. Like, you don't really want to go wash those dishes, but they have to get done. So maybe turn on some music and have a little dance party while you're scrubbing the mess away. If you're writing an essay, have a stash of candy beside you and eat that while you're writing the essay. It'll make it more enjoyable. But it's not very good for your health. But this is a video about beating procrastination, not being healthy. Now, if you're procrastinating because you're just being lazy, you really need to just kick yourself. This is the type of procrastination that is the hardest to beat because you're just being lazy. You have to yell at yourself. I've lost count of the amount of times where I'm just like, Caitlin, sit your freaking butt down in that chair and write those words, you lazy piece of shit. Just sit down now. I yell at myself, and eventually I'd sit down and write those words. And then, but sometimes, because you yell at yourself, but you can also easily just like, oh, shut up. Like, it's pretty easy to do that. So a thing that might help is you can recruit someone else to yell at you. Like your mom or your partner, whoever your roommate. Ask them to help you. Another thing that helps is making a to-do list. Every day, I actually will post a to-do list onto Twitter. Not that Twitter ever cares about what my to-do list is, but I care. It holds me accountable. I've announced what I need to get done for that day, and if I don't end up doing what it is that I said I should be doing, then I have to announce that. Instead of procrastinating, I get those things done because I don't want to announce that I didn't do them. You don't necessarily have to go post your to-do list onto social media. Don't just have it in your head. You have to write it down, see it visibly, and it will help you at least think about what you need to get done, and hopefully thinking about it will get you to do it instead of procrastinate doing it. But that's all I have. Those are my tips on beating procrastination. I can give you 100 tips. At the end of the day, you'll only beat procrastination if you put effort into beating procrastination. So if you found this video helpful, please like and share it with the world. You can also subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to connect with me, I can be found on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching.